Chaos has a face and it wears a clown mask. Through the smoke of alarms and echoing gunshots, a group of thieves robs a mob bank. But there's something disturbing about their dynamic. They eliminate each other, fulfilling a sinister plan that only one fully knows. When the last robber remains standing, he confronts the wounded bank manager who reproaches him about how criminals used to have codes and principles they respected. The masked man approaches slowly, revealing grotesque scars as he removes his mask. "I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger," whispers the Joker before placing a grenade in the manager's mouth and escaping in a school bus that blends into traffic. Like an anomaly the system cannot detect. In Gotham City, shadows seem to have a life of their own. A man in a bat mask ventures into danger, confronting what everyone fears. Batman pursues fear dealers. The Scarecrow has returned, trafficking substances that transform fears into vivid hallucinations. With precise movements, Batman neutralizes the criminals but notices something disturbing. Some wear improvised bat masks, imitators seeking inspiration from his symbol. A reminder that his crusade has transcended the man, becoming an idea. Organized crime dominates the city, infiltrating every institution. Something has changed. A symbol in the sky projects hope and fear in equal parts: the bat signal. However, a new threat emerges, one that defies all logic and order. A man with scars forming a perverse smile and clown makeup has begun to break the delicate balance. He seeks neither money nor power. His goal is more disturbing: to demonstrate that anyone under enough pressure can become a monster. The Joker's first appearance before the mob leaders is disconcerting. He bursts into their confidential meeting with the arrogance of someone who doesn't fear death. He shows them a simple magic trick, making a pencil disappear by slamming it into the table, then smashing a mobster's head against it. His proposal is as simple as it is terrifying: kill Batman for half the money the mob has hidden. But his eyes reveal another intention: a social experiment where everyone is a guinea pig. To understand the conflict, we must comprehend the protagonist of this story. On one hand, Bruce Wayne, a man who channeled the trauma of losing his parents into creating Batman, an incorruptible symbol of justice. On the other, Harvey Dent, the district attorney whose integrity and charisma position him as Gotham's White Knight. Between them, Rachel Dawes, assistant district attorney, and Bruce's connection to his humanity. Bruce observes Harvey from a distance during a charity gala. He studies him, looking for signs of corruption, any crack in his moral armor. But he finds only authentic determination. "I believe in Harvey Dent," he murmurs to himself, contemplating a future where he might hang up the cape. In the depths of the Batcave, Alfred watches Bruce prepare. Have you ever considered that perhaps you've already saved the city? The duality of his existence weighs heavier each day. Batman was born from tragedy, but now he wonders if he can survive hope. The Joker understands something fundamental. To destroy hope, he must corrupt its most powerful symbols. Thus begins a macabre game of psychological manipulation, placing Batman, Harvey, and citizens in impossible situations that reveal the fragility of human morality. Society starts to crumble due to fear, setting the stage for Joker's big experiment. With each terrorist act, the Joker demonstrates a disturbing thesis: civilization is a fragile mask. When he threatens to kill innocent people until Batman reveals his identity, he places the hero before a devastating moral dilemma. How many lives is a symbol worth? News programs count victims, while editorials demand Batman surrender. Bruce observes the city from his penthouse, torn between his oath to protect Gotham and the human cost of maintaining his crusade. Batman decides to turn himself in, but in an unexpected twist, Harvey Dent proclaims himself as Batman to protect the real one. This act of personal sacrifice reveals Harvey's truly heroic nature. Harvey's transfer becomes a public spectacle. Police patrols escort the armored vehicle carrying the supposed Batman. The Joker, anticipating this, has zoned chaos along the route. Assault rifles thunder against the armor, while a garbage truck laterally rams the convoy. Amid explosions and bursts of machine gun fire, Batman emerges from the shadows, kidnaps Harvey and Rachel, placing them in separate warehouses with explosives. During his interrogation, the Joker manipulates Batman into revealing his preference for saving Rachel. "If you have to choose, you're killing the other," the clown explains with a macabre smile. The interrogation room becomes a psychological battlefield. Each blow Batman lands on the Joker is answered with an increasingly strident laugh. "You won't kill me because of your sense of justice, and I won't kill you because you're too much fun," declares the clown, exposing the twisted symbiosis between them. When he reveals Rachel and Harvey's locations, he does so with the certainty of someone who knows the human heart better than its owners. Batman rushes to rescue Rachel, but the Joker has switched the addresses. Batman saves Harvey, whose face is disfigured in the explosion. while Rachel dies. This devastating loss breaks Harvey, gradually transforming him into Two-Face, a man who abandons the legal system for the randomness of a coin. Bruce's devastation is total. When the Joker, disguised as a nurse, visits him, his words resonate in the void that loss has created in Harvey. Madness is like gravity. All it takes is a little push. And that push comes in the form of a gun and a philosophy of chaos that now seems to make sense. The Joker escapes custody and subjects the city to his most ambitious social experiment. Two ferries filled with civilians and prisoners respectively, each with the detonator to blow up the other boat. If no one makes the decision, both will explode at midnight. Panic runs through both vessels. On the civilian ferry, parents hug their children while whispering prayers. On the prisoner ferry, men in chains contemplate the irony of their situation. Condemned by society, they now have the power to judge it. A robust prisoner, tattoos covering his arms, asks for the detonator. "Give it to me, I'll do what you don't have the stomach to do." When he receives it, he throws it overboard in an unexpected act of redemption. At this point, we can appreciate the Joker's manipulative genius. Not only has he corrupted the most prominent symbol of institutional hope, but he now subjects ordinary citizens to extreme pressure to reveal their true nature. Harvey Dent, now Two-Face, executes his twisted version of justice. Corrupt officers, mob informants all face the verdict of his coin. The Joker presents himself as a dog chasing cars without a plan. But reality proves otherwise. Each movement is meticulously calculated to prove his point, that under pressure, humanity will show its wildest side. This philosophy resonates with certain existentialist currents that argue the world lacks values. The final battle between Batman and the Joker transcends the physical. It's an ideological confrontation where the clown tries to demonstrate that even Batman, with his incorruptible moral code of not killing, can be broken. "The only sensible way to live in this world is without rules," declares the Joker as Batman subdues him. Suspended over the abyss, the Joker laughs hysterically at the moral victory he has achieved. "You've shown you're willing to work with criminals to catch other criminals," he tells Batman. "All your talk about being better than us, you're the same, you just refuse to admit it." His words precisely strike Batman's insecurities, who understands that the line between justice and vengeance is as thin as that separating order from chaos. Surprisingly, the passengers on both ferries choose not to detonate the explosives, defying the Joker's prediction about human nature. This collective act of faith and compassion demonstrates that even in the most adverse circumstances, humanity can choose light over darkness. However, the Joker has achieved part of his goal. Harvey Dent, now transformed into Two-Face, kidnaps Commissioner Gordon's family to avenge Rachel's death. Gordon pleads for his son's life while Harvey, with his coin held high, executes his twisted ritual. "Tell your son everything will be okay, Gordon," demands Two-Face. "Lie to him like I lied to Rachel." The coin spins in the air, capturing flashes of moonlight. Batman lunges, knowing any action will have irreversible consequences. Batman is forced to push Harvey to save Gordon's son, accidentally causing his death. In that instant, he understands that saving Gotham will require sacrifices deeper than risking his life. Faced with tragedy, Batman makes a crucial decision: to take the blame for Harvey's crimes to preserve his legacy as a symbol of hope. Sometimes the truth isn't enough. Sometimes people deserve more, reflects Batman as he accepts becoming the villain that Gotham can pursue. The film concludes with a paradox. Batman transforms into a true hero precisely when he accepts being seen as a criminal. This personal sacrifice for the greater good reveals the essence of authentic heroism, the willingness to renounce even one's own reputation for a higher purpose. The conflict between Batman and the Joker represents a fundamental duality in the human condition. Our identity and morality are inevitably linked to the existence of an other that defines us by contrast. Batman and the Joker are two sides of the same coin, each defined by the other's existence. Batman represents the order and justice that tries to impose structure on chaos, while the Joker embodies the chaos that defies any notion of permanent order. The most powerful lesson of this narrative is that, although the Joker manages to demonstrate the fragility of our moral and social constructions, he fails to prove they are completely false. Even in the darkest moments, both Batman and ordinary citizens find the strength to choose compassion and sacrifice over self-interest. In our world, where we constantly face forces trying to divide us and convince us that our ideals are naive, this story reminds us that true strength lies in maintaining our values precisely when it is most difficult to do so. As Commissioner Gordon declares at the end, because he's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now. A silent guardian, a watchful protector, a dark knight.